Yo, ciao guys, Carlo from Tagliamare here, and today, as promised in the announcement video, we are going to deep dive into the HM Sherbourne of 1763 by Vanguard Models. The HM Sherbourne was released earlier this year, so you might not find much content on it, but enough talk, let's get into it. The instruction booklet comprises an extensive 62 pages manual written in English. If English is not your first language, don't worry, given the technology advancements we have become accustomed to, this should not pose a challenge. The first 2 pages of the manual are dedicated to the tools the modeler needs to build the Sherbourne model. The listed tools are the basic tools you need for starting building a wooden ship model. We already saw most of them in one of my latest videos, Top 10 Ship Modeling Tools for Beginners. You can find the link in the description below the like button. Here we have a craft knife, a selection of needle files, a razor saw, a pin vise or an electric drill, a selection of drill bits, sanding blocks, paint brushes, very important, pliers, tweezers, rulers. In the first page, the 2 things that caught my attention are the reference the designer used and this tool called the pin pusher with adjustable depth stop. I've never used one and I think this might be interesting, so I will definitely look into it. The recommended glue is a Titebond, which I also recommend, and I used it extensively in the construction of the Fife, and of course a super glue. Moving forward into the next pages of the manual, I must be honest, this is the most detailed manual I've ever seen for a model intended for beginners. Each small step seems to be photographed and described in detail. Also, the part on the first and second planking is covered, and that's very impressive, because traditional kit manufacturers usually skip this part and let the modeler find out its own ways to do it. The gunwale, the deck, the inner bulwarks, the stern transom and other small details are engraved and they look fantastic. The deck hatches are made from pear wood as well and are the only thing that looks a bit off to me personally. They seem slightly out of scale, so I might think of making them from scratch. First time I see belaying racks and pins of the right size though. Additionally to the instruction manual, there are also 19 plans sheets, of which 8 rigging plans, each explaining the rigging in detail. So it's nearly impossible to make a mistake here. I believe this is also a huge help for starters. Very impressive. Wrapped together we find the dowels for the mast, the limewood strips for the first planking and the pearwood strips for the second planking. In a small box there are the ropes for the rigging in different sizes, the cannons, the swivel guns, the blocks, the nails and the winch. Cannons, anchors and the winch are made using a 3D printer. The only thing I would do myself from scratch here is just the ropes. The blocks are usable, but I will try to give them a proper shape. Anyway, overall I will try to stick to the manual. Let's examine now the pearwood board. The pearwood parts that go on top of the plywood are very thin, and you must handle them with care. Bulwarks are made from 0.8 mm plywood and are also engraved. The brass parts are minimal, as it should be, and the bulkheads and the keel and other support are made in MDF. Not the best material, but these parts won't be at the side, so it's okay. The main deck measures 26 cm and it is laser engraved. So guys, this was a great discovery. I'm really impressed about this model ship kit. Vanguard Model is clearly trying to shake the market from new techniques to new materials that you don't usually see in model kits. I'm very happy guys that you suggested this and I'm really looking forward to building it. I will see you next week with the first construction video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so that you won't miss the next issue. Thank you and goodbye.